All right, so tell me, which outcome is more likely? Does Walt Harris, with his heavy hands, knock out Alexey Oleynik, or does Oleynik force some of that slick submission game on Harris and get him to tap out?
I've got this for Alexey Oleynik. I mean, Walt Harris is a devastatingly heavy striker who has landed some really impressive finishes over some decent heavyweights, or won decisions over some decent heavyweights who were clearly scared to engage with him. The weird thing about Oleynik is he, I mean, he's kind of a one trick pony if you can fit 15 different submission techniques into like one trick. But in spite of being like 900 years old, like he's he's become really good at handling himself on the feet against younger, quicker, more explosive fighters. Like he is the opposite of Mark Hunt. He has where Mark Hunt has just leaned more and more on an incredible chin as his reflexes have slowed. Oleynik has become a guy who has become better and better at just kind of staying out of danger against younger and more athletic heavyweights. I think it is much more likely that Oleynik weathers the storm here and catches Harris in something weird, even though Harris could knock him out at any moment.
I'm kind of going back and forth on this one because I think there's evidence to suggest that both outcomes are likely. So the last time, at least that I can recall, that Walt Harris took on a submission specialist was Fabricio Verdum. He got armbarred in that fight. However, that fight did take place on very short notice. If I'm not mistaken, it was like the day of that fight was made because Derek Lewis had a back issue that prevented him from fighting Verdum. And then you think like, okay, well, Oleynik has survived Mark Hunt, and I remember early in that fight, he caught a pretty big bomb, but was able to find the submission. That didn't go over so well against Alistair Overeem. Didn't go over so well against Curtis Blades as well. So I think there's evidence to suggest both things are possible here. I, if you put a gun in my head and make me pick, I'm probably going to pick Walt Harris because that power is so ungodly. It's a game changer, and that Oleynik just came off of that knockout loss to Alistair Overeem. I don't think that's doing his chin any favors. If you are relying on being able to absorb a hard shot in order to get to your game, it's not a sustainable plan for the future. So I think Walt Harris is going to get the win on this one.